guys, the next one we're going to open is called Blur. We're going to use the Blur tool. So I'm going to right click the document called Blur and open with Photoshop. And just like in previous, I'm going to hit Command 0 for it to fit the screen. And I'm also going to hit Command J to duplicate that layer. All right, so we're going to get into more methods to give fantasy skin to portraits, but we're just going to use just one tool just to kind of quickly blur up and diminish wrinkles and pores and any blemishes on the face. So over here in my tools, I'm going to look for the blur tool. It looks like a raindrop. And remember the shortcut, that right curly bracket lets me make the brush bigger and left curly bracket lets me make the brush smaller as I'm working. So I'm going to kind of start off with like a medium size, and I'm just going to click and drag over the model's face. And as I click and kind of brush over these areas, notice that it blurs and blurs and blurs and blurs. So I want to do that kind of just lightly over the skin. I'm going to do it under the eye. Now, when you do that, you really want to make sure that you're avoiding any really detailed areas of the skin. And that might mean while you're working that you have to actually use the left curly bracket to get small and get in there so that you can avoid those areas, and you're just softening up anything. Like you'd have to get really small if you wanted to get in there around the nose and like these really fine details. Okay, and I can even go over her ear since she's not wearing earrings, and now it's gone. It was like it was never there. So I can turn this on and off, and we can see a before and after of, her skin texture before and after. I'm going to file save as, and this one was my first and last name, and this one was called blur underscore the date. And format as a JPEG, save, and OK.